and welcome to this week's Wax Pack Dad. Woo! Post Ken Griffey Mania edition. Wow. First and foremost, thanks everybody. This was an awesome interactive contest. Lots of great comments. Want to congratulate the winners, Michael Berry, Ted Harrington Jr., Left to Rot, and JJ's Vintage Cards, who you can check out as a content creator. The other shout out I'm going to give is my new friend, the Football Guy USA, who is doing some great work with video shorts, top 10 quarterbacks of a particular year. And you're like, hey, I didn't even realize John Freeze was top 10 quarterback that year. It's pretty cool. And then he also does a show a week where he picks a random team in a random year and just talks about it. So I'll link him in the comments as well, or the description of the page. With that being said, let's get to today. I'm taking a mulligan today. I don't really have to think about it. If I'm wrong on the prices and the values, it doesn't really matter because these are kind of a novelty. 1985 tops. So you can kind of see here. I thought I was getting sport flicks when I clicked on the buy. Evidently not. So these are kind of like raised up 3D. So I got a box of them. It's pretty cheap. It's probably, you get what you pay for. And that's pretty much what I pay for. The other thing I wanted to show you guys as I come up here is I had a little trade with Joe Mapes. Sent him that Pete Rose that I pulled in 1979, so I want to show you what I got from him. He sent me a couple cards that I don't have, of players I don't have in my PC, and I was pretty stoked to get that, and you'll see those in the background as I'm opening these guys up. So let's get to ripping, and once again, congratulations on a great Griffey Mania. Okay, well, here is a trade that I made with Joe Mapes, that you might recognize on the show there. Some cards that he sent over. Brooks Robinson, 76, Tommy John. The Steve Carlton, 75 back there. I sent him that Pack Fresh Pete Rose from the 79, which is in great shape. So I was able to get a few cards that I don't have. I don't have a Brooks Robinson. Don't have a Jim Cott in my collection. Steve Carlton. I have a number of them, but none from the 70s. So that's really cool. So I thought I would display those as we open up these guys. Here's a pack of 3D baseball cards. One card per pack. Topps produced these, 1985. The only rookie of note in there is the Doc Gooden. So there is no Clemens. But you get guys like Mattingly and Boggs. Cal Ripken. I can't believe none of my Brewers made it. About 20 of the players are Hall of Famers, so you can see the checklist on the back there. I don't even know how to open these guys up. One card, one Hall of Famer. We got Jimmy Rice here. That's kind of cool. So, when I was buying them, I was thinking Sport Flicks. Didn't realize that it's this. Nothing on the back. Put him up here. There we go. Alright, Jimbo Rice. So, one Hall of Famer, and I bought the whole box. Card number 2. Awesome! Mr. Ryan Sandberg. That looks creepy. That's better. Creepy. Better. Cool. Always a big fan of Rhino. So 2 cards, 2 Hall of Famers. Like I said, Dwight Gooden's probably the only oh, look at that. Awesome. Don Mattingly. Still kind of creepy, though. I don't know. It's like, he's still creepy. But I am a big Don Mattingly fan, so we'll put him up there. Sorry, Jim Rice. So this was one of those ones where I was like, you know what? Not a lot of people have these cards, so I just thought it'd be something different that you don't see ripped very often. Speaking of, from the Seinfeld, the spitting incident with Keith Hernandez. Nice. Put him over there. So I would imagine that probably, geez, this is probably the one and done for Topps to ever do this. Awesome. Ricky. Ricky likes Ricky in 3D. Ricky appreciates the contours of Ricky. And if you look at the back here, you can see here where you can take that off and use some stickum there. So, I don't know. What am I going to do? Well, sorry, Keith. That's kind of that's a good 1980s murderer's row right there. Not sure if Nolan Ryan's on here. I have to look. See, you've got on the back, you've got the checklist here. So is Nolan Ryan on this one? I have to look real quick. But you could get like Mark Langston or Boddicker. Some good players in there. Charlie Hustle. But actually, we've got about half the players that I want already in 6 packs, so I'm excited about that. And I'm sorry that I'm opening these kind of behind the scenes. Oh, yeah. Doubles! Double steal, Ricky Henderson. It reminds me of the story about Ricky when one of the young guys is on the bus and he's like, you can have my seat, Ricky. You have tenure. And Ricky's like, Ricky's been here for at least 15 years. You know, it's kind of to the point of lore right now. Like, do you really believe it? Like when he was talking about John Olerud, you know, like, who's that funny guy with the glasses? He was like, talking about John Olerud? He was your teammate for a year. Oh, doubles of the mustache. Gonna put you aside, Keith. So it's actually taking me a lot longer than I'd like. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open some of these up and just display them for 1-card packs. Seems like a little bit of a challenge here. The slugger, Dave Kingman. The backslide of his career. All right, I'm gonna start opening these up a little bit ahead of time, but that's really cool. Hopefully this helps with the end experience here. I'd open these up ahead of time, still haven't looked at them. Hey, Dwight Gooden rookie card. I don't know if you want to call this a card, but that is really cool. It's too bad that Clemens and Puckett, etc. aren't in this set, but it's cool. I mean, you can tell it definitely has a coastal vibe to it. Dave Steve. There he is. That's cool. Don Mattingly kind of, you know what he reminds me of? I was trying to, who does he remind me of? He reminds me of if you squish Scott Bakula's head from Quantum Leap. That's kind of it. Put like a Yankee hat on him and a mustache. Bruce Sutter. It's like cool, like the chops are like sticking out. Like he's Rutherford B. Hayes over here. That's cool. Dan Quisenberry. Ooh, this one. I don't know. Usually has a chaw in his mouth. That'd have been cool if there's like a big chaw sticking out. What do we got? From Les Expos, Mr. Gary Carter. He's between Mets and future Mets, past Mets. Reggie Jackson, you know what's coming now. I must kill the queen. I must kill the queen. If you don't know about that one, you'll just have to watch The Naked Gun. Solid. And who do we have here? Look at that. Man. He's like 3D running right to his bookie. Look at that. Charlie Hustle. I kid around, but that dude, he straight out could ball. All right, I'm going to open up a few more ahead of time. So hopefully you're enjoying this. This is kind of cool. Let's finish this thing off here. I'd like to finish it off. I'm looking for Ripken, Boggs, and Gwynn, and I think I'd be mucho pleased. But instead, I get the man, Rick Sutcliffe. He's like, I feel like he's going down Oregon Trail, caulking the wagons, and Ma Sutcliffe died of cholera on the way. But integral in that 87 team. Of course, got to have Morris in there. Jesus, face. It looks like PlayStation 2 graphics, or PlayStation 1 graphics on there. Still looks like he'd come out in Game 7 there. Mike Boddicker. Can't get Molitor or Yount in here, but somehow Mike Boddicker found his way into. I don't know if like some players didn't give him the rights to this or. Okay. Steve Carlton. We got 75 Steve Carlton and we got 85. You Steve Carlton fans. That's cool. The thing is, thing about these things is you can't store them anywhere either. I don't know. You kind of stick them on the wall, I guess. Quisenberry. There's like about five cards in here where you're like, yeah, how'd you sneak in? Speaking of, Mark Langston. His nose. His nose got something on it there, or is that like, I don't know. I want to get traded for Randy Johnson. Look at me, I'm so good. Yes, you are. All right. And the last card we're going to open up here is Fernando. Cool. Man, he was the man from like 1981 to 86. He was the man, Fernando Mania. So we'll kind of go through these guys real quick. We got Fernando, Steve Carlton, Gary Carter, Bruce Sutter, Ricky again, Keith Hernandez. We got Sutcliffe, Charlie Hustle, Rhino Sandberg, Reggie, Mattingly, Rice, Langston, The Quiz, Boddicker, Morris, Quiz, Steve, Gooden, Kingman, and another Keith Hernandez. So, all in all, kind of fun. Might stick a couple of these on the wall behind me. A couple of them maybe for giveaways or whatnot. But just thank you guys all for this week. We're going to do a short rip this weekend. I think I have 2/3 of a grocery store rack pack from 82 or 83 I might open that I got on a super deal. And then next week, watch out for the 89 score football the day before the draft starts. So that's kind of a special we've got. So thanks again. Stay safe and God bless.